The Nazca Lines, a UNESCO World Heritage Site sprawling across the arid plains of southern Peru, remain one of archaeology's most enduring and captivating enigmas, a testament to a pre-Columbian civilization's artistry and a source of ongoing debate about their purpose and creation. Located approximately 400 kilometers south of Lima, in the Nazca Desert, this vast expanse of land, characterized by a remarkably stable climate and minimal vegetation, preserves hundreds of geoglyphs, large designs etched into the desert surface, known as biocrust, forming a dark reddish-brown contrast against the lighter sand. These geoglyphs, created by the Nazca people between 500 BCE and 500 CE, depict a stunning array of figures, including animals like hummingbirds, monkeys, spiders, condors, and fish, alongside geometric shapes such as spirals, trapezoids, and long, straight lines. The sheer scale of the lines is what initially captured the world's attention. Some geoglyphs extend for hundreds of meters, making them best viewed from the air, a perspective unavailable to the Nazca people without modern technology. The discovery of the Nazca Lines in the early 20th century was a gradual process, beginning with pilots flying over the region, observing unusual markings on the desert floor, though their initial significance was largely overlooked. In 1926, Peruvian archaeologist Toribio Mejia XSP conducted the first systematic study of the lines, recognizing their geometric precision and deliberately constructed nature. But the purpose behind them remained elusive. The lines gained international prominence in the 1930s through the work of German mathematician and physicist Maria Reiche, who dedicated her life to their study, mapping, preservation, and popularization, becoming known as the Lady of the Lines. Reiche's meticulous documentation and tireless efforts brought the lines to the attention of the scientific community and the wider public, sparking intense debate and a multitude of theories attempting to decipher their meaning. One of the earliest and most persistent theories, initially championed by Reiche herself, proposed that the lines served as an enormous astronomical calendar, aligned with solstices, equinoxes, and the rising and setting of specific stars. This theory suggests that the lines were used to predict agricultural cycle, ensuring a bountiful harvest in the arid desert environment, with different lines pointing to key dates in the agricultural calendar. However, subsequent research challenged this initial hypothesis, demonstrating that the alignment with astronomical events was not as precise or consistent as originally believed, and many lines did not correlate with any known celestial patterns. Another prominent theory posits that the lines were associated with water rituals and the worship of deities believed to control rainfall, crucial for survival in the hyper-arid Nazca Desert. This theory is supported by the discovery of underground water channels and aquifers in the area, suggesting that the Nazca people had a sophisticated understanding of water management and its importance. Researchers propose that the lines may have been pathways used in ceremonial processions, leading to sacred locations, such as underground water sources or wells, where offerings were made to the water deities. The geometric shapes, particularly the trapezoids, may have symbolized agricultural fields or irrigation systems, representing the Nazca people's reverence for water and their dependence on successful harvests. The animal figures, on the other hand, could have represented deities associated with water, fertility, and the natural world, embodying the Nazca people's cosmological beliefs and their relationship with the environment. Recent archaeological investigations have provided further support for the water ritual theory, uncovering evidence of ceremonial centers along the lines, where offerings of pottery, textiles, and even human remains were found. The discovery of huacas, ceremonial mounds and temples, along the lines suggests that they served as focal points for religious ceremonies and offerings connected to the worship of water deities. Another intriguing hypothesis suggests that the lines served as pathways for vision quests or ritual journeys, undertaken by shamans or religious leaders to connect with the spirit world. This theory proposes that the lines were carefully constructed to create a sense of disorientation and altered consciousness, facilitating the shaman's journey into the spiritual realm. The act of creating the lines themselves, requiring significant effort and communal cooperation, could have been a form of ritual expression, reinforcing social bonds and religious beliefs. Furthermore, some researchers have proposed that the lines served as a form of communication or mapping, representing territorial boundaries, trade routes, or ancestral lineages. However, this theory lacks substantial evidence, as the lines do not appear to correlate with any known territorial boundaries or trade routes, and their complexity does not suggest a simple mapping function. A more recent and controversial hypothesis suggests that the lines were created as landing strips for extraterrestrial beings, popularized by Erich von Däniken and the ancient astronaut theory. This theory, however, lacks any scientific evidence and is widely dismissed by archaeologists, as there is no evidence to support the presence of extraterrestrial beings in the Nazca Desert. The creation of the Nazca Lines itself remains a remarkable feat of engineering, achieved using relatively simple tools and techniques. The Nazca people used a remove and replaces technique, carefully removing the reddish-brown surface pebbles to reveal the lighter-colored sand beneath, creating a contrasting pattern. They used stakes and ropes to create straight lines and geometric shapes, demonstrating a sophisticated understanding of geometry and surveying. The precise methods used to create the animal figures, however, remain a mystery, as they do not appear to follow any known geometric patterns. Some researchers suggest that they used a combination of scaled-up designs and a grid system to create the animal figures, but this hypothesis remains unproven. The preservation of the Nazca Lines for over 2,000 years is remarkable, considering the harsh desert environment and the lack of rainfall. The stable climate and the lack of vegetation have helped to preserve the lines, preventing erosion and weathering. However, the lines are still vulnerable to damage from human activity, such as vehicle traffic and construction. In recent years, efforts have been made to protect the lines from damage, including restricting access to the area and implementing conservation measures. The Nazca Lines remain an enduring testament to the ingenuity and artistry of the Nazca people, a cultural treasure that continues to fascinate and inspire. Despite decades of research, the true meaning and purpose of the lines remain shrouded in mystery, continuing to spark debate and intrigue among archaeologists and the wider public. It is likely that the lines served multiple purposes, reflecting the complex cosmological beliefs, religious practices, and social structures of the Nazca people. Ultimately, the Nazca Lines stand as a powerful reminder of the enduring mysteries of the past, a cultural enigma that continues to challenge our understanding of ancient civilizations.